Izzy, coming off a really good performance, really good win on Sunday in Sydney. How are the girls sort of feeling and building after that week? Because it felt like quite a significant result for the team. Coming off defeat against Melbourne City, picking
Yeah.
up another 3 points. How's this week been?
Yeah, especially getting the 3 points away. I think that's a very big deal for us. Like, we want to try and get 3 points home and away. I think coming off of a couple of midweeks, and I don't know how many games we've had in the span of a month or 6 weeks, to get that win away and on the field over there and just, having a couple of injuries and just, grinding it out. That was a great 3 wins. It just felt like a battle from start to finish. So a great team win, and leading on to our next game. We didn't have the best of results last game, but I think this is all right, we have another away game, try and get the other 3 points. And it starts with the training right after and how you recover. And so good spirits training this week. So it's just a grind. Mm-hmm.
For yourself in that game, starting back in midfield and made a sort of instant impact, setting up the first goal. You've played mix of midfield and centre back this season. How do you find your role? Is there one that you prefer, or is it just that you put your best foot forward?
Selfishly, I think everyone knows, as in like my teammates, midfield is just, I think, the best position, or it's just so fun because you're just always doing something. Center back, I love playing back there as well because, I don't know, you're dictating everything and you see everything and you see the whole field. But when, again, selfishly, when you're in the midfield, I could go up and, create an assist and help the team in that way. As a center back, sometimes I like to go on an adventure. And so, like, if that doesn't work, then there's a big hole in the back. In the midfield, you have some leeway, right? But I don't know, wherever they need me, wherever the team and Kat needs me, I like how I can do both roles, and I think I do them well. And just like, I need to be smart as a center back, so don't have too many adventures. But when I also go in the midfield, I like to have fun in there as well. And so I think when I have fun, it kind of shows. So it's great. And with these girls, and they adapt to how I play as well. So it's been fun.
You obviously come up with the assist on Sunday. You've been edging in the last couple of games. You've been edging closer to the first goal as well, whether it be from long range or getting involved in the box as well. And we saw obviously in your time at Bulleen, you chipped in with a couple of goals as well. Is that something you've mentioned, enjoying being in the midfield, being sort of part of all the action? Is that something you also love doing, arriving in the box and hopefully getting involved in the
Yeah, I love box-to-box midfielder. You're defending on one end, and then in my case, you're almost scoring on the other end. I think that's because I don't go into a game and I'm like, yes, I'm going to score it, because honestly, I don't really score that many. But I do like I feel like I have the assist to the assist, and I'm glad that I could help and get the assist, and I guess stack up my stats. But I just think I go and again, on my little adventures, and if the adventure leads to a goal, then I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm the happiest person ever. But if I can make something happen, or if you do a defensive tackle or something at the halfway line and it gets up there, I'm just as excited. So either way, I don't go in thinking, oh, I'm going to get a goal. I think it starts from the back and leads all the way up. Even as a center back, I was doing some crazy things, trying, falling short just a bit. Yeah.
I love it. Playing in midfield, you had that start on Sunday, and I think earlier on in the season you had a bit more in midfield as well. How do you find you've got some great experience yourself? Obviously, first experience of the A-League here and still so young. How do you find playing around the likes of obviously Chloe Lagazo, such a big career in midfield, the twins who have been a big part of particularly our program in the last couple of years, Sarah, been to a World Cup. How do you find, have you found playing with them, learning from them and working together?
That's what I think is so cool, is wherever you go, like if it's in Colombia, if you go to Australia, like you have big name players who have so much experience. And I think that's the coolest thing. And the way that they go about it too is different. Of some of the more experienced girls who have been to who knows how many World Cups or have been to an Olympics. It's cool to see their mindset, and then to see the younger girls like Avani even, or Chloe Lincoln, of going into the Matildas camp, or the young Matildas, and seeing their mindset as well. And I mean, you can even learn stuff from the younger girls as well. So it's really cool. I mean, especially the twins, Chloe, Sarah, you learn different things, and it's pretty cool. They come from different parts of the world and play for different parts of the world. But I also think it's very important that each and every one of us has our own, even if we haven't played for, or we don't have a cap yet. It's like, well, you bring your own flair and own uniqueness to the team. And that's what's cool to kind of see and understand. And then the way that it gels and flows, I think that's the best part.
Going back to your sort of involvement in the attack as well, we put a post out.
Yeah,
the
it's fun.
Celebrations, which are something we notice. You're always in the mix there. Obviously, alongside your obvious qualities as a player, it seems like you've really taken to that sort of energizer sort of role and one of the leaders in the team. Is that something that, as you continue to develop, in the professional part of your career, is that something that you're relishing a little bit to pick other girls up and be a voice in the team?
Yeah, I think it's also like, it's one of those where I don't go into the game thinking I'm going to score, or I don't come to a team and think, oh, I want to be the captain or the leader or something like that. I always think, like, if you're a good person on and off the field, like, people will gravitate towards you. And I think I know each and every girl, like, some more than others. You can't have however many best friends on the team, but I just think as long as you're not 100% every single day, but if you're just real and vulnerable, and sometimes, like I say, way too much, but I think, like, the girls have been used to that and used to me, and I just think, I don't know, I like to have fun out there, and I hope that's what my play shows, and I think people just feed off of that as well. If they don't, I'm just like, well, you know what, that's just who I am, and so if you don't like it, it's okay, but these girls, like, that's what makes the hour drive, like, perfect. And I see them at 6:50 in the morning. And so it's great to just, like, have a laugh with them. And I don't know, I think, I don't go in saying, oh, this is my time or whatever. I don't know, if you're yourself, and that's what I've been doing, and I guess people like it. So that's pretty cool.
Talking on that sort of closeness of the team, just generally speaking, obviously you came to Australia and to Melbourne, hoping that this was where you were going to end up, and that opportunity pretty quickly. How are you finding this season and the experience and being part of this club and this team? Have you enjoyed it?
Yeah, I mean, I've been loving it. I think I got spoiled with bullying last year too, as it was a very communal club, and then especially Western. Like, I can walk through the office and I'm saying hi to the chef, I'm saying hi to Mal and Amanda and everyone, and even, like, the men's or whatever. And so getting, again, not being best friends with them, but just they know my face and I know their face, and they're not complete strangers. I think that's a big difference, and I love that about this club. Again, I could talk about my teammates all day and how, I don't know, from the first week I just remember it being so welcoming, and then still to this day, like, the jokes that we say, like, the stuff that we do, I mean, it's like, it's the coolest thing. And that's, again, when someone laughs together but also works hard together, that's the result that we get over the weekend. So it's, even though it's so far away, I mean, you could still send letters in the mail. I still talk to my parents all the time, my friends from back home. So that, for me personally, it's so nice to start a little family over here. Like, I had a little family in Boleyn, which I still have, which is amazing. And then to have a family in Western, it's just, I don't know, very wholesome.
I love it. Very nice. Looking ahead to Sunday then, obviously not the best memories of the last time we played Brisbane. How do you and the team sort of dust yourselves off and put that result to the side, and obviously know now that we're almost coming into this fixture a bit of a different team. I think we've only one defeat since then. A lot of good results and sort of shooting up the table. At the end of the day, we're on top of Brisbane on the table now. So how do you take learnings from that experience and that game and approach it to hopefully get a different result?
Yeah, I think just what you said of, you have to dust it off. If you're still thinking about how many goals we let in, how is that going to help anyone? And I think we all have just been like, here's the game plan. If we do the game plan right and we go in with the same like Western energy that we have, okay, then you know what? We're going to put our best effort forward. And if that doesn't get the result that we want, okay, at least we put our best foot forward. But no, I think you let it go. I know, like, speaking of Chloe Lagarzo and her being captain, she sent out a thing and just said, the past is in the past. Whatever you do now, like if it's as simple as a pass or a run or this or that, that's what you need to focus on. Everything else, okay, if you made a bad pass, who cares? Like, and I think this was during the Australian Open, and how many points that, okay, you lose, but it doesn't matter about, if you mess up, you just got to keep going, because what are you going to do if you just focus on the past? Yeah.
And just one last one, obviously, the game itself, you know, irrespective of the previous results and whatever, it's, you know, comes with us 1 point currently ahead of Brisbane on the table. We're getting into this sort of pointy end of the season, but you would know so well from your time in bullying, where you start to, you know, chase finals and positions on the ladder, etc. How exciting is it for you to be in this position, and also how do you and the team, you know, just remain focused on that one game at a time sort of mentality?
Yep, I think you put your best foot forward, you follow the game plan, you have to keep pushing, you have to recover well, you have to train well, you have to focus, and if you think about the past or any other result, that doesn't matter. It's always about the next game. Okay, win, lose, draw to Brisbane, okay, and we keep going. You can't focus on the past. I think another big thing is, at least for me, and I think this is a bunch of the other girls, it's not, yes, we're looking at finals, but it's not, oh, we're already there. It's, okay, yes, we're looking at finals, but this is what we're going to do, and so we have to push a little harder. So I think that's the biggest thing. Okay, we beat Brisbane, great. Who cares even? Who cares? And then we're on to the next. We're on to the next game, home or away. I think that's the biggest thing. Of you just have to take it game by game, and then hopefully we play more games than other people, and then you end up at the final.